Hello, and welcome to this tutorial on Causeway's Document Comment Tracker. This submodule is a robust platform for collaborative document revision. In this tutorial, we'll provide a brief overview of a basic document comment workflow. We'll describe how to enable and configure document comments on a specific document, how users go about leaving comments, and how admins can process comments. Part 1. Workflow. While the document comments submodule can seem complicated at first, it basically boils down to a fairly simple workflow. Here's an example. 1. When a new document is uploaded into a workgroup, a document administrator can enable comments on that document. 2. Workgroup members can then review the document and make comments related to specific sections. 3. Comment administrators can process these comments and determine if they should be accepted, rejected, etc. And 4. If the comment is accepted, the document changes suggested in the comment can be made and the comment can be released. Part 2. Enabling comments on a document. In order for workgroups to use document comments, a Causeway representative must first enable the feature. Please email support@causewaynow.com to request this. The document comments submodule is enabled on a site-wide basis, so once it's enabled for the site, all workgroups will have access to it. Once the document comment submodule is enabled, you can now begin to use comments on a per-document basis. Users who have the document admin role, this usually includes workgroup administrators and workgroup chairs, can now browse documents, and if they click on a specific document to visit the document's details page, they'll see a link for comment settings. This is where we can go to configure comments for this document. Let's spend some time to go over the basic and advanced options on this page. Comments open. Set this to yes if you would like users to be able to create new comments on the document. No will prevent them from creating new comments, but they can still view any previously added comments. Allow anonymous comments. If true, and if the comment author checks Post Anonymously on the new comment page, this will list anonymous as the author when displaying comment details. The actual author, however, is still stored in the Causeway database and available for retrieval by developers. Information to gather. If enabled, each option here represents a separate text box on the new comment page. If your organization would like to keep things simple, perhaps only the first comment description item should be checked. Otherwise, if you would like the author to specify the existing text they are referring to and the proposed text they are suggesting to adopt, you can check those options as well. Document introduction. This allows you to provide some background, context, or instructions regarding the document that the users will be adding comments on. Delineators. Delineators allow you to apply an organizational structure to your documents. In this way, when comments are made, comment authors can easily identify which area of the document they are referring to. For example, Chapter 3, Section 2. When beginning the delineator definition process for a document, you are first asked to select the method from which to create delineators based on. The first method is to create delineators from an existing template. This means that if you have already defined delineators on a previous document, you can easily set up the same delineators on the current document. If you have not previously defined any delineators on any documents, you will have to select the second method, from scratch. This will reveal a form where you can define the first delineator. You can also click Add Additional Delineator to reveal the form for a second delineator, the third, and so on. Typically, delineators are added from a higher to lower order, although this is not required. For example, delineator 1 can represent the broadest part of a document, like its part or unit. Delineator 2 can represent a more specific document part, for instance, chapter. And delineator 3 can represent the most specific part, let's say page. When adding or editing delineators, setting the required field to yes will require comment authors to specify a value for this particular delineator. Otherwise, the delineator field on the comment will still be displayed, but it will be optional. For many documents, various document components are labeled in standardized ways. For example, appendices may be labeled using sequential alphabetic characters, for example, A, B, C, etc. The Delineator Options type field lets you select the most appropriate labeling for your delineator. There are 8 delineator option types that can be broadly divided into 3 categories: lists, freeform, and freeform lists. Lists allow comment authors to select their delineator via drop-down selection list. Many times, these lists are in sequential order. For example, when defining the delineators for a document, you can select Roman numeral uppercase list from the delineator option type list. This will prompt you to enter the number of options for the delineator. If you enter in 5, for example, in this field, and click the Set Defaults button, a List Options link will appear. Clicking this link will reveal 5 options with default values of 1 through 5. Freeform allows comment authors to specify the delineator not by selecting from a list, but by manually typing in the value. There are 2 options here. Freeform text allows the author to type in any alphanumeric characters up to a length of 25 characters. Freeform number is similar, except that only whole and decimal numbers can be used, again, up to only 25 characters. Freeform lists are essentially the same as lists. They allow the document administrator to restrict the delineator options that comment authors can select from. However, whereas the previous lists discussed were pre-populated for the document administrators by clicking the Set Defaults button, for freeform lists this is not the case, and document administrators must manually specify each list option. Those are the 3 basic delineator types: lists, freeform, and freeform lists. You should note that when first configuring a document's comment settings, you can add and remove delineators without any issues. However, if a comment already exists where the comment author has specified a value for a given delineator, you will no longer be able to remove that delineator or change the delineator option type. Administrative Tracking Info. Administrative Tracking Info allows document administrators to attach extra administrative information to a comment, if desired. For example, document administrators could assign a unique errata number or other tracking identifiers. When configuring comments on a document, the Administrative Tracking Information section is very similar to the Delineator section. Document administrators can define the administrative tracking info from scratch, or they can use templates from previous documents, if those documents have admin tracking info delineators already defined. Any admin tracking info entries that are defined will be displayed on the Process Comment page and available for comment processors to input value into. A given comment's currently selected admin tracking info will also be displayed in a read-only manner on the Comment Details page. Admin tracking info and delineators are very similar. Apart from their name and where they are displayed, all the definition options, such as required and option types, are the same. Assignments: permission to edit and process a comment. By default, site administrators can edit and process any comment, and workgroup administrators and chairs can edit and process any comments within their workgroups. Assignments allow the document administrator to delegate comment editing and processing to normal workgroup members. There are 2 ways of adding assignments to a comment. 1. When defining the delineators, if the first delineator uses a list delineator option type, to the right of each list option, you will see an Assign link. Clicking this will reveal a new text box in which you can begin to type the name or email address of your intended assignee. Simply click on that person if they show up in the search results box, and they will now be added to the assignee list. If the comment author has selected a particular delineator option, any user who is assigned to the selected option will now be able to edit and process the comment. The second way to allow normal workgroup members to edit and process comments is using the processing page itself. A workgroup chair or admin can click the Comment Process link, and on the subsequent processing window, they will see an Assignee section. This works like the user search described in Method 1 above. Simply begin typing the name or email of the member and select them once you see them in the search results box. Click the Save button, and the new assignee can now edit and process the comment, regardless of what delineator option the comment author has selected. When adding assignees to a comment using these methods, you may only select from people within the currently active workgroup. For example, imagine that the document was originally created in the Group A workgroup, but then shared with Group B, using the commenting accessibility function we'll describe later. Let's say the site admin is on the Group B dashboard and navigates to the comment processing page through Group B's links. If the site admin were to search for people to assign, only people from Group B's member list would show up. However, if the site admin arrives at the processing page by starting from Group A's dashboard, then they would likewise only see people from Group A's member list. By default, only members of the workgroup that the target document belongs to can create comments. At the bottom of the comment settings page, there is a section labeled Establish who will be able to comment on the document. This section allows you to share with other workgroups access to the document itself, as well as the ability to view or add comments on the document, or even to administer, that is, process, comments. This section presents a table where each workgroup for your organization is listed. Next to each workgroup name, there are two permission sets, one for document sharing and one for comments. In order to give outside workgroups access to comments, these workgroups must first be able to access the document itself. In the document sharing columns of the table, you can specify whether the target workgroup can read, required at a minimum, to be able to view and/or add comments, write, or administer documents. The admin permission gives all target workgroup members full administrative rights, including deleting the document, which also lets them administer, edit, and process comments. This document sharing portion of the table is essentially the same as the document sharing feature of Causeway. Any changes you make there will be reflected here, and vice versa. The comments columns of the table allows you to specify if members of the target workgroup should be able to view comments or create them, or neither. View permissions will allow target workgroup members to view all comments on the document, whereas write will also give them the ability to create new comments. Part 3. Leaving comments. Comments can be added on a document as long as 1. The Documents module and the Document Comment Tracker submodule are enabled, 2. The Comments Open option on the Comment Settings page is set to Yes, and 3. The comment author belongs to the document's workgroup or to a workgroup that has been given comment write access on the document. If these 3 criteria apply, then when a user is viewing a document, they will see an Add Comment link in the left menu. Clicking this link will present the document comment page, where they can provide the details of their new comment. The page is broken down into 4 sections: Document Information, Supporting Documentation, Related Comments, and Additional Information. In the Document Information section, the user can add a comment title. This is where they can describe the comment in a relatively short and concise fashion, allowing other users to get the basic meaning of their comment at a glance. It's limited to 255 characters. They can also input the delineators if any are set up. These allow the comment author to specify which portion of the document their comment pertains to. For example, the comment may ask the author to select from a list of 5 chapters, or to type a page number. Either of these fields may be required depending on how the document administrator configured comment settings on this target document. In this section, the user can also enter comment information fields. There are 3 different field types, including comment description, which is where the basic text of the comment goes. Optionally, there is an existing text field and a proposed text field. The second section is supporting documentation. This section allows comment authors to view existing or add new supporting documentation in the form of uploading files. Clicking the Add File link will display a form to upload a new document. This document is not part of the workgroup's normal document section, but is only attached to this specific comment. Also note that after uploading a supporting document, you will not be able to successfully click on the View link unless the comment has been initially saved. The third section is the Related Comments section. Associating a target comment with other comments is another way of providing context that may be helpful when reviewing the comment. To do this, simply click the Add Related Comment link. The form that appears will display a table of all the comments that you have access to from the given workgroup. This could include comments from the current document, as well as comments related to other documents in the current workgroup. Simply check all the boxes next to the comments you would like to associate and click the Add button. The last section is Additional Information. This contains the issue priority. This allows the comment author to describe the priority of their issue. Typically, this is in terms of low, medium, and high priority, although these can be customized by Causeway administrators. Part 4. Processing Comments. Comment processing allows document administrators or assigned persons to determine what course of action should be taken for an individual comment. To view which comments require processing, from your workgroup's dashboard, if you click the Documents link, you will be taken to the workgroup's document page. In the left menu on this page, you will see a Comments section with links for All Comments, My Comments, and Actions Needed. This last link will present a list of all comments related to any documents in the workgroup, if the comments have a status that requires further administrative processing. Alternatively, from the workgroup's main documents page, you can click on an individual document. The individual document page will similarly have a comments section in its left menu, with a link for comments with actions needed, and in parentheses it will also display how many comments on this document require further admin processing. When you click on one of these actions needed links, the subsequent page will display a list of comments. Clicking on an individual comment will take you to that comment's View page. Here, if you have the correct access, you will see a link in the upper right-hand corner of the page that says Process. Clicking this link will display the Process Comments page. One of the most important parts of the Process Comment page is the comment status. A comment's process status reflects where the comment is in the comment approval workflow. By default, there's only one comment status to start with. It's the Not Yet Reviewed status. Technically, this is not actually a status, it's just the default option if nothing else has been selected. You can work with your Causeway VTM representative to come up with a list of statuses that works for your comment workflow. As an example, let's imagine that we set up 4 different comment statuses aside from the Not Yet Reviewed: Pending Workgroup Approval, Pending Release, Release, and Rejected. For Pending Workgroup Approval, this acknowledges that the comment has been initially reviewed, but that the comment admins still need to approve or deny the comment. Pending Release means that it indicates that the document revisions suggested in the comment have been accepted by comment admins, but that the source document has not yet been changed to reflect the comment suggestions. Release indicates that the comment has been updated with the approved suggestions and no further processing is necessary. Rejected indicates that the comment has been rejected and no further processing is necessary. The first 3 options, including Not Yet Reviewed, require further action. This means that if a comment is assigned one of these statuses, they will show up on the list of comments with actions needed as described earlier. Because these example statuses represent a fairly linear workflow, the site administrator may wish to enable the Strictly Enforce Comment Status Process feature. This will make it so that comments' statuses can only change from one level to the next, for example, from Pending Workgroup Approval to Pending Release. Only the site administrator can select any status they wish. As mentioned earlier, the processing page also allows you to set an assignee. This section will display any current assignees and will allow you to remove them or add new assignees. Assignees added here will be able to edit and process the current comment. Resolution allows you to input notes regarding the resolution of the comment. Administrative tracking information represents any required or optional admin tracking info that was defined in the document's comment settings. Additional information is a simple text field that allows administrators to write any kind of notes they would like. And finally, the Previous Notes section will keep track of the history of the comment processing. For example, if someone changes the comment status, this section will display who changed the status and at what time. Thank you for following along with this tutorial on Causeway's Document Comment submodule. We've reviewed an example document comment workflow, and we've described how to enable and configure document comments on a specific document, how users go about leaving comments, and how admins can process comments. The document comment submodule can be overwhelming at first, so please feel free to review this tutorial again. view the written user guide at causewaynow.com, or reach out to us by email at support@causewaynow.com. Thank you.